Anxiety is simply a resistance to feeling what's there. Today, I am going to be talking about probably one of the most common topics, something that is brought up all the time with clients or, people who are questioning whether they should jump into this work or not. And that is on the topic of anxiety. So most people think anxiety is something that you just have to cope with, and they're looking for ways that they can, just feel better in the moment or gradually make it go away for a period of time. But largely people think that it is related to external circumstances, or it's something you just have to live with and you can just mitigate it by finding coping skills. But really, anxiety is something that you can heal for good. And the breathwork I'm going to share with you today is one of the tools that if you use it regularly, you will be able to heal it for good. Before I lead you through the breathwork session, I want to give you a little bit of context as to what anxiety really is. So anxiety is simply a resistance to feeling what's there. And it is a buildup of resistance to feeling what's there. So when you have a feeling, right? Say you have a conversation with your boss and you get triggered and you feel like he doesn't understand you or is making you wrong, immediately there's a feeling there, right? And that feeling is probably uncomfortable. So instead of letting yourself feel it, you push it down. Maybe you vent to somebody. Maybe you talk yourself out of how you felt, or you try to justify it in your mind, but you don't feel it. So that feeling just stays there and it gets suppressed. And this happens over and over again over time. And these feelings that we have that just want to be felt, they just get suppressed and they keep being pushed down. So eventually they start to bubble up, right? And if you think about the feeling of anxiety, it's actually a feeling of this in your body, like it's a bubbling up. And anxiety is a lot about trying to prevent yourself from feeling something bad. So you're thinking about what potentially could go wrong or things that could happen in the future that would hurt you or would hurt somebody else. And then you start to feel fear. But typically anxiety is the resistance to feeling fear or the resistance to feeling some uncomfortable emotion. Usually it's fear. So the antidote to this and the way to permanently heal it is simply to allow yourself to feel what's there. And a lot of times we think that anxiety comes from something external, like driving or waiting in line or dealing with a rude person in the checkout line or whatever it is. But all that's happening in those moments are those circumstances or people are triggering a feeling that's already within you that you haven't allowed yourself to feel. So when you create a practice of allowing yourself to feel what is already there, what's in your body, then you become more neutral in situations where somebody cuts you off while you're driving or somebody's rude to you at the supermarket or whatever. Yeah, maybe it's annoying, but there's not this deep charge to it and you aren't walking around bracing for the next thing to happen, right? And that's another thing that creates anxiety, and it's all related. It's all about trying to resist or prevent yourself from feeling something that you deem uncomfortable. So when we develop a practice of feeling our feelings and being willing to feel our feelings, all of a sudden things become so much easier and you're able to be a lot more neutral in many situations, especially the ones that are most charged. And usually what you realize is that a lot of what you're feeling has been in your body for a long time, usually since childhood, and you've been resisting it for a long time. And that is what is making a lot of the situations difficult and making you go into this panic or this fear or anxiety that you try to avoid by whatever you do to avoid it. But if you allow yourself to go into it, it clears and it shifts quickly and you can heal it for good. So I'm going to lead you through right now a 5-minute breath work that if you use this regularly when you feel anxiety, it will start to shift and it will start to heal. I'd love to hear how this works for you in the comments. So please leave a comment, leave a question. Let me know how this works for you. The breath work that I teach, if you're new here, is called conscious connected breathing. It's a really simple yet very powerful breath work technique. So you're going to be laying down with your eyes closed or in a relaxed position, and you're going to be breathing in and out through your mouth in a circular pattern with no space between the inhale and the exhale. And you're going to start to drop into a rhythm with the breath. And you simply are going to find that rhythm and move energy and just allow yourself to be present with what's there. And I'll talk you through it. So the breath looks like this. Super simple, super easy. Don't worry, you can't do it wrong. Get yourself ready, get in your comfortable position, close your eyes or cover them, and we're going to begin. Beginning to engage the breath, breathing in and out through your mouth in a circular pattern with no space between the inhale and the exhale. Allowing your body to fully relax on the exhale. And beginning to really drop into that rhythm with the breath. And on every exhale, seeing if you can relax your body just a little bit more. And seeing if you can allow yourself to feel supported and held by the surface beneath you. And as you continue to breathe, bring your awareness into your body. And just start to notice any feelings or sensations in your body. And just start to observe if you feel any tightness, any constriction, anything that's uncomfortable. Send your breath there. And seeing if you can relax that area on the exhale. And just continue to bring your attention back to your breathing and bring your awareness into your body. And using the breath to support you in feeling what's present in your body. Keep breathing, dropping in just a little bit deeper now. Continuing to bring awareness into your whole body. Imagining the breath moving from the bottom of the feet to the top of the head. And if you get distracted or your mind starts to wander, just bring your attention back to your breath and back to your body. And again, just noticing where you feel your feelings in your body. Where in your body is the anxiety located? And just trust your own awareness. Trust your breath. And trust your connection to your body. Try adding just a little more energy to your breath. Watching the energy move. Expanding on the inhale and relaxing a little more deeply on the exhale. Trusting in your ability to feel and trusting in your ability to change how you feel. Keep breathing, continuing to stay with that rhythm, and continuing to stay present with how you're feeling in your body. And now I want you to notice if this feeling is something you felt before, if it's familiar to you. And if so, if you can remember the first time you ever felt that way. And just trust what pops in. And it's okay if nothing does. Just keep breathing. Just keep feeling, knowing you can't do it wrong. Continuing to observe the breath, the body, and seeing if you can keep relaxing into whatever you're feeling. Keep breathing. Inhale, expanding, and exhale, relaxing and releasing. Staying present with the feelings and sensations in your body. If your mind starts to wander, it's okay. Noticing where you feel it in your body. Continuing to breathe and continuing to relax. Dropping into safety in your body. And now seeing if you can allow that sense of safety to move through your entire body and allow you to feel connected to the surface beneath you, to your breath, and to your intuition, your power, your creativity. Taking a few more deep breaths, really allowing that expansion into safety, into creativity, that connection to yourself. Allow yourself to feel it for just a few more breaths. And as you complete, just bringing awareness to how you feel right now, knowing that you have the ability to create this feeling anytime, simply by stopping, dropping into the body, and breathing. And you can now slowly bring yourself back. Open your eyes and go on with your day. I recommend journaling, noticing if anything feels different, and continuing to use this breath work every time you feel anxiety. I'd love to hear how this works for you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Sending you lots of love, and I'll see you next time.